Let's go back to the phone lines and talk next to Mark. He's in Nashville, Tennessee. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Hank, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you.
Excellent. Hey, my question revolves around the parable of the sower, and I don't believe I've actually ever heard your take. I think it's crystal clear that the four different vignettes with the seed and the soil, that the first group is evidently, clearly unsaved, and the fourth group, with their increasing amounts of fruit and their productivity for the Lord, with the 30, 60, 100, are clearly saved. The middle two, with the rocky ground and the thorns, I was just wondering what you think about, the fact that the seed germinated, it grew, but whether the root didn't take a deep enough root within the ground, and obviously the thorns choking out the full maturity of the growth of the fruit. What you thought about the actual state, saved or unsaved, for those second and third groups?
Yeah, well, Jesus is making it clear over and over again in his message. You see this throughout the Gospels, that there are many that say, Lord, Lord, but few who enter the kingdom of heaven, and that the gate is not a broad gate, but rather it's a very narrow gate. And I think this is amplified in the parable of the sower, where the farmer goes out to sow his seed, and as he's scattering the seed, some of the seed falls along a path, and the birds come and eat it up. And as you've correctly deduced from that, this is an indication that these are not believers at all. But then the next category is where the seed falls on rocky places. It didn't have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they withered because they had no root. So these are plants without roots. And what the implication here is that these people may have had a said faith, or may have come because of the miracles or because of the majesty exemplified in Christ, but ultimately that was the end of it, because at the end of the day, the worries of the world, deceit, and riches choked out the seed, or choked out the word in their life. And this is the same thing that happens with the seed that falls among the thorns. It grows up, but the thorns choke out the plants, and therefore they don't have root, and nor do they have fruit. And again, those two categories are emblematic of people who do not have a real faith, but only have a said faith at best. So the first three categories, though the circumstances are different, point to those who do not have a sustainable faith, whereas the last category makes clear that there are those who have a sustainable faith, but then there's the attendant issue. And that attendant issue is, if your foundation is Jesus Christ, you can build on that foundation. You can either use gold, silver, or costly stones, or wood, hay, and stubble. If you use gold, silver, and costly stones, then you build on the foundation, which is Jesus Christ. And as a result of that, you can produce a crop of 160 or 30 times what was sown.
Gotcha. All right, good deal. Thank you so much, Hank.